Alright, I have been asked over and over and over about my weight loss. I lost weight. I lost 40, so far about 46 pounds. And I've had people ask me over and over, how'd you do it, how'd you do it, how'd you do it? And I tell the same old story over and over. So finally, I'm just going to do a video on it, throw this on my Facebook, and if anybody wants to go by what I did, then fine. If not, then they don't. I'm also publishing this to YouTube, so people that I don't know are going to see this. Here's your disclaimer. No, I am not a fitness expert. No, I only know what I've read or what I've been told. And to be honest, weight loss is... If you go out there and research, there are so many people that have a vested interest in their products, their theory, their food, their diet plan, their exercise program, and whatever, that everybody's going to tell you that their way works. So you're going to just run yourself in circles with marketing, trying to figure out how to lose weight, and it depends on what infomercial you watch, what product you buy, what exercise you do. It's what you believe in, I guess, at that point. But I'm going to tell you what worked for me, and I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to tell you the thinking on losing weight from how I've approached it. Now, this is very, very watered down. This is so layman's terms. It's such a complicated, the biomechanics, the biochemistry, everything that's involved with this is much more complex, but I'm going to digest it into something very simple. There are actually there are more processes involved. There are more ways that your body handles things than I'm going to talk about, but I'm just taking this down and digesting this into the most simplest terms so that you can just deal with it simply, because if you try to micromanage weight loss, you're going to fail anyway. If you make it more complex than it is, you're going to drive yourself crazy. So anyway, this is the thinking. Now, my diet was, I went the low carb route, not necessarily the Atkins. I don't know. I didn't get a meter and watch every little carb. I didn't worry about ketosis. I know what it is, but I didn't care if am I in it, am I not in it, did I screw up, you can just drive yourself nuts. This is what I did, and without thinking, I went from 220 pounds on May 1st to on August 1st, I had lost 30 pounds. I am now 176 pounds, and my goal is to be around 165 to 170 by the 1st of October, and I'm probably not going to make that goal just because the lighter you get, the slower weight comes off. But I am at a 33 waist, down from 38. I'm healthier, happier than I've ever been in my life. I feel like I'm 19 years old again, and this is how I did it. I cut out carbs. But when I say I cut out carbs, I did that on a basic level. I cut out bread, I cut out pasta, I did away with the toast and whatever. And there are people who their thinking in the morning is you eat the bagel with cream cheese. Well, there you go, right there, and then you've already cut yourself in the throat. The bagel, you're better off eating the bacon and eggs without the bread. And people will go, no, 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 and you're going to hear people that'll tell you heart disease or whatever if you eat the greasy food. And you can look from every angle. Remember, I'm just telling you what I did. In 3 months, losing weight, I was not worried that I was going to give myself heart disease eating bacon for 3 months in the summer. There are more harmful things you can do with your body. So I cut out all of the carbs. I cut out, no white things, basically. You've heard people say that. Like no bread, no pasta, forget the pizzas and whatever, no potato, and I laid off alcohol. A word about that really quick. Alcohol in itself, people say, well, just drink diet soda with it, just drink, get your white alcohols, low calories. I'm not talking about calories. Alcohol is a special category in weight loss, all to itself. What alcohol does, alcohol inhibits your body's ability, your liver, to take on its food duties, so to speak. It's a little more complex, but when you drink alcohol, your body treats it as a poison. We've got to get rid of this poison in our system. So your liver goes to work, and any food that you've taken on, any calories that you've eaten during the time that your liver is working on getting the alcohol filtered out of your system, that all gets stored in your body. Your body doesn't burn it at that time. It doesn't you know, you can dance on the dance floor and drink your beer and have a good time, but your body, as far as it's concerned, beer first, food, we'll deal with it later. Just put that, store that off to the side. So the beer gut is a real thing. It's because when people drink a lot, their body isn't processing the production of fat burning, it's taking care of the poison and the toxin of alcohol. So just drink at your own risk. There is no scenario that I can give you where drinking, no matter, oh, well, there's a way to do it. My advice, if you're going to drink, do it when you're not eating. And I know people say, oh, you should eat when you drink because the effects of alcohol. Well, be very mindful of how you drink on an empty stomach, but do not think that you can drink and eat in tandem, because that is a one-way ticket to love handles every time. So, okay, this is the theory on the eating carbohydrates. This is a Prius. This is your hybrid. This is your hybrid car. It runs off two different fuels: electricity and gasoline, fuel, fossil fuel. Your body is very similar. It actually has, I believe, 4 different ways that it can use energy, food or stored fat or whatever for energy. But we're going to talk about just 2 things. Just pretend the others don't exist. Let's just concern ourselves with the 2 things that your body will use. It uses sugar and it uses fat stores, fatty acids, stored fat. When you go to lose weight, your body has all of the fat on it that it needs for energy. Why don't I just stop eating? Because your body looks for incoming sources of energy. If not, it takes your whole body and shuts it down and says, look, we're going to starve here. Don't be burning anything. It's called starvation mode. You don't want to go into starvation mode, yet you still want to eat. The things that you eat are extremely important. Why? Because your body is either going to use sugar or it's going to use fatty acids, stored fat, for fuel. All well and good. If you're driving your Ford Prius and you're putting the gas to it, at certain times it says, hey, we need the electricity. We will burn off the electricity. There is a mechanism in the car that dictates whether or not we're burning gas right now or we're burning the electricity, the battery power. If that mechanism wasn't working, if you just cut that out,